Uh-huh. Well, this is annoying. So yeah, I just met Tali and Garrus and these two. Actually, I'll show this one. All right, the audio doesn't work when I have this on earphones. One moment. I'm developing a wicked migraine, by the way. First contact disease, and now this time there's a huge amount of barriers in between to stop, a new corona pandemic, so migraines are the way to go. Excuse the poor audio quality. I got into one of those legendary things. I saw the aliens, and I almost got abducted. I don't think so. That was amazing. And I even got 3 views already. It's gonna be good. Let's see if anybody else has said anything weird. And they are moving on with their business. They said hello. That's they acknowledged me. That is amazing. And I'm in copyright restriction mode again. Don't tell me the Babylon 5 quote is copyrighted because that would be so annoying. Can't be copyrighted because this one's going through. Whatever. Hope I don't get fried as a, weirdo. So yeah, that's the short of it. I got an alien contact. It felt pretty amazing. Now Liara's tits are no longer the biggest thing for me in the universe. But okay. So yeah, I hope that one worked. Got to meet Tali. That was pretty amazing. Garrus even talked to me. Meet as in, notice them real time and say something weird. That's your UFO right there.
This morning, a report that the government cannot explain those mysterious objects caught on video by the military. From an upside-down pyramid-like object hovering above a Navy destroyer to cylindrical spheres disappearing into the ocean. To video allegedly showing one of the U.S. Navy stealth ships tracking an unidentified object in the sky. Now, ahead of the release of a declassified Pentagon report, the New York Times says these papers do little to clarify what the videos show. The New York Times reporting that intelligence officials are worried the videos show America's adversaries may be racing ahead in the U.S. in developing elite weapons technology. Senior officials expressing concern to the paper about China or Russia possibly experimenting with hypersonic technology, aircraft and missiles that could reach speeds as high as 4,000 miles per hour. According to the Times, the report, scheduled to be released by June 25th, clarifies that most of the more than 120 incidents over the past 2 decades are not from the U.S. military or other advanced U.S. government technology. The Times also reports the Pentagon has found no evidence that the phenomena are aliens. And although the Pentagon has confirmed the validity of the videos, they still cannot explain what their cameras and sensors have been picking up. The Pentagon declined NBC News' request for comment. Jeremy Corbell is the man who released many of these leaked videos.
There's a lot of pressure by the global public and the American public, for answers.
And it's not just the public asking questions. Former intelligence officers and even presidents have been talking about this for weeks. Now, lawmakers on intelligence committees demanding answers.
Just not obvious.
I have an answer. I may be from a planet full of space monkeys in atomic age destroying each other, but you might be surprised what you can find in these ancient libraries.
Let's look at waves. The waves hit the slit and radiate out, striking the back wall with the most intensity directly in line with the slit. The line of brightness on the back screen shows that intensity. This is similar to the line the marbles make. Why? When we add the second slit, something different happens. If the top of one wave meets the bottom of another wave, they cancel each other out. So now there's an interference pattern on the back wall. Places where the two tops meet are the highest intensity, the bright lines, and where they cancel, there is nothing. So when we throw things, that is matter, through two slits, we get this. Two bands of hits. And with waves, we get an interference pattern on many bands. Good so far. Now, let's go quantity. An electron is a tiny bit of matter, like a tiny marble. Fire stream through one slit. It is just like the marble, a single band. So, if we shoot these tiny bits through two slits, we should get in the marbles two bands. What? An interference pattern. We fired the electron. Tiny bits of matter through. But we get a pattern like waves, not like little marbles. How? How do pieces of matter create an interference pattern like a wave? It doesn't make sense. But physicists are clever. They thought maybe those little balls that bounce off each other and creating that pattern. So they decided to shoot electrons through one at a time. There is no way they can interfere with each other. But after an hour of this, the same interference pattern is seen to emerge. The conclusion is inescapable. The single electron leaves as a particle, becomes a wave of potentials, goes through both slits, and interferes with the sun to hit the wall like a launcher. But mathematically, it's even stranger. It goes through both slits and it goes through either. And it goes through just one, and it goes through just another. All of these possibilities are in superposition with each other. But physicists were completely baffled by this. So they decided to peek to see which slit actually goes through. They put a measuring device by one slit to see which one it went through and let it fly. But the quantum field is far more mysterious than I could imagine. When I observed, the electron went behaving like a little marble. It produced a pattern of two fans, not an interference pattern of many. The very act of measuring or observing which slit it went through, and it only went through one, not both. The electron decided to act differently. So it was aware it was being watched. And it was here that physicists stepped forever into the strange, netherworld of quantum physics. Marbles are waves. And waves of what? And what does an observer have to do with waves? The observer collapsed the wave function simply by observing.
There's your answer. And now Thor is there.
Every hour you stay here makes it that much more difficult to do.
I'm staying here.
These quarters keep all this
Here.
I can see myself. I was looking up at them. That's the real me, isn't it? Lying around on that planet, dying. And this is the hallucination. This is the real. You have to convince me that with you, like I said, what you're saying is true.
I'm trying to spare you unnecessary pain.
This. He always believed I had to learn lessons, make my mistakes. He never tried to shield me from life. Why would he try to shield me from death? You're not my father. I could imagine you having this. You have such a specific agenda. You're determined that I go with you somewhere. Who are you?
I'm trying to help you. Stop fighting.
Are you an alien being of some kind? Is that it?
Blood pressure 60 over 30, but the ESG is still have the cerebral cortex. If you need more treatment, we're bringing you back into this body no longer. The rest have extinguished. I'm talking about alien presence.
I was right. I heard you talking to the pain down there. An alien. You create all these hallucinations, haven't you?
This is what my species does. At the moment, just before death, I want to step to understand what's happening, to make the crossing over an occasional joy.
What is that?
Our matrix, where your consciousness will live. I was being truthful when I said it was a place longer. It can be whatever you want it to be.
Why didn't you tell me this from the beginning? Why pretend to be my father?
Usually, people are comforted to see their loved ones and face the crossing over on a much less fearful occasion. I've done this many times, but I never encountered someone who was so resistant. Even because it's getting stronger, I can just a little longer. I thought on pulse.
I you by telling me the facts if I'm escaping.
They're trying out of desperation. It's hopeless.
But another sounds decent. How do you feel you're trying to make me comfortable? You're only interested in my being as long as you.
Because it's inevitable.
You don't strike me as any kind of person. How would I have fault? I mean, more people at the moment than maybe that's what I'm most talking about.
I'm looking for your invitation.
Patience is amazing. What's the real reason you want to be in that matrix? Somehow I don't think it has anything to do with everlasting joy. He forced me to go in and not pay. Even if you agreed to join the party voluntarily.
Look at that. You understand. You can understand what's happening.
Let me say this, we can stand here for all eternity, and I will never choose to go with you.
Every dangerous profession can face death every day. There'll be another time, and I'll be waiting. And should I go into my matrix, and he will perish from me for a long, long time.
Go back to hell.
I thank you for saving my life. Everyone finds many memorable quotes, both humorous and astute. Here's some of my favorites from the astute kangaroo. I have chosen to skip my commentary this time, as the quotes really do speak for themselves. I can't believe you did this to me. Stop.
Some days people be more human than you were. I'm supposed to be strong.
I know you're evil.
I'm telling you.
What about you? See any action? Okay, once. Alright. Yeah. Sure. Oh, scared. That's part of the job. She can do okay. Honestly, but all of these things, they go always in the over. It's what you do. Hey, it's you. It's all. There's nothing. There is. You just have to say, oh, I won't. One more time, I think you say she will. The moment you surrender, I'm afraid. I've never been afraid before. Lord, don't you want to? I have nothing more to say. I will not cooperate any further. It's what I was thinking about. You said preeminent truth of our age is that you cannot fight can win. Every time I say no. I cannot help you, Brother Bible. It is what faith is for. Faith sustains us. The hour when reason tells us that we cannot continue, that the whole of our lives is without meaning. Then what will we go in for reason? Reason's useless. Not useless. It's also not enough. Faith and reason are shoes on our feet. We could travel further with both if you can with just one. I've already informed you. We're attempting to defeat the council and cause this explosion. You know, I may be along with what you said. But I don't like bullies, and I don't like threats, and I don't like you. You try as long as you get the truth, but I promise you, if you do, I will respond with all the unique technologies that I can handle. Take way out. What's the first order in Alliance Commander business correct? Lost.
No point in having a crew if you can't talk with them once in a while.
I'll probably need to do a push. I was thinking about whole area. About having a normal life. This I'm not very good at being wrong either. Because it's not so really. You see the practice. I don't know. Maybe talk about regular stuff. Like bombs, bombs, just regular stuff. Okay. Like shoes or something. Sure. Your girls happy. No, we don't seem to be anything other than trouble shoes, space gamers. Yeah, it does sound cool. It does. We're just enjoy ourselves. At least we're not it's right. We need more wine. Nice. Where? Space even needs more wine. Oh God. I'm gonna regret this. We're a couple of girls out of town. It's the worst thing to happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or hybrids. Because if that isn't an adult grey, then I don't know what is. Like a legendary grey, even an epic grey. That forehead, man. Holy hell.
You have to be Garrus. And law enforcement is so sloppy. Vakuutusturvaa rakkaimasi ja auttaa yli pahimman. Nordeatisten kautta life.
Can I get a life insurance in Tali and Garrus? They're kind of real. With a little bit more effort, they'll push through the quarantine. Then I can say, I've only met you. I hate that the audio goes so much up and down.
The hurricane fighters flying off the coast of California encountered something strange. A small, pill-shaped object was observed to be close to the ocean's surface, possibly rising out of the water and flying high up in the sky, being chased.
And my mouse is like an inch away from being broken.
Blown away by the strange craft's incredible speeds. Ever since the release of this and other videos captured by American fighter pilots of strange UFOs, speculation has swirled around their true identity. The flight characteristics of the craft in these videos are truly incredible. If radar reports are to be believed, their acceleration abilities puts them light years ahead of any earthly military tech. However, in 2019, investigative journalists discovered patents filed by the United States Navy. One of those included a craft capable of recreating the same feats witnesses have been reporting for years. Dubbed the UFO patents for the incredibly advanced nature of the technology they claim to be possible, this series of patents run the gamut from room temperature superconductors to aircraft capable of traveling through the ocean, the air, and space in the same flight. And even more far-fetched, truly science fiction ideas like an electromagnetic field generator that could be used as a force field. If these ideas sound completely far-fetched and out in left field, you're not alone. With the U.S. Patent Office initially refusing to file these patents until the United States Navy stepped in and forced the issue. Crazy patent ideas are nothing new. Everything from perpetual motion
Wheel.
to wireless transmission of energy devices have been patented from time to time. And not one of them have ever achieved what they claim to be capable of. However, none of these patents have the backing of the United States Navy, and none of it came from top scientists working on some of the Navy's most sensitive research and development programs. The man behind these revolutionary patents is the Dr. Salvatore Suzanovas. And unlike most garage wannabe rigs, this doctor has some serious credentials. He's worked at the Naval Air Warfare Center for years, developing aerospace technologies to be used both on jet fighters and intercontinental ballistic missiles. Today, Dr. Tice works for the U.S. Navy's Strategic Systems Programs, which is responsible for the U.S. Navy's nuclear missiles and ballistic missile submarines and
could strike any target in the world within an hour. Not much else is known about Dr. Glass, who has declined interviews on patents.
Scissor pies. I believe that would be the 69 joke.
Yet that doesn't change the fact that the U.S. Navy has so far stuck to its guns in support of these patents. And what's more, leaked internal emails show that at least one of these revolutionary ideas is already prototyped and tested successfully. First, let's go over all of Dr. Glass's patents. By far, the most amazing patent is for a craft that, if it performs as stated, would very closely mirror the flight characteristics often observed from UFOs by eyewitnesses.
Okay, you had a balance of 92 cents.
All right.
And then after 12 seconds over a period of 1,000 years, that comes to $4.3 billion.
Bitcoin. Ching. From the belt. One day. One day. Nuggets. Wonder if I could make nuggets from soy.
I was thinking that if I could make it more linguistically suitable to the party, you might be able to understand me. People like to say we commit to anything. They prefer the universe through us agrees to. They have two things about the car and the real was all wrong. We may be able to get around going to him and engines and the exchange all over my body. It is this complicated way. I second emotion. Just a moment. Why are you speaking to me?
Literal.
All right. Oh, wait, but you are used. Oh, why? Also, that's all. Is this really the best shit But he's the largely featured on Sunday morning. Wouldn't have don't think I'll say that.
Information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. And all the kings of England and the courts of as historical, from modern to marathon in all categorical. Facts. Where is the thing when you need it? Well,
This could have all been, said to be just a few more minutes.
Exactly what sort of demonstration is my plan? I know you need to tell us. I said, show the case for this common police system. I don't hear any drops.
What else? On the chance. You should have come to That's it, really. This is where he said to me, this is where we're all right. We're all set. It's not this way. This is Mr. Harris. He's in Weeks. Officer Sunday, a Roman Catholic. Mr. Icon, St. Louis. Mr. Rashid, Muslim. Mr. Rosenthal, Orthodox Jew. Running up, Orthodox faith. Father Pontius, Reformed. Geee and UwU.
That is exactly what you must give up. The boss not too much. Sacrifice for people. Kind to remember your sacrifices. Of all the things you have lost and left behind. They drive behind you. The chains that hold you. And the power of the lives. The power of grief. Loss. You let go. Thanks. You could not let go of pain. You could not forgive yourself. For what? Being alive.
let me prove my case. In case you still happen to be watching Little Quarian. Here's your people, alive and well.
Ooh, spicy.
They love each other. Overrated. Here. Look. These are pretty much.
What do you know? It's the harem ending. Or just no.
Mine. Why did Finland get so many mines all of a sudden? Open your mind! Fuck I. Go ahead. What? And death.
Inspired me. Knowing that they will make it home for me is what keeps me here. 75 years away.
The internet. Dumbest 70 gigabytes I ever uploaded. You want to see my dumbest Alex Jones clip? Let me show you. It's quite good.
Each of this world, I know exactly what it is and what it's going to do. But this is not human intelligence, okay?
I even got 4 legs. My What We See in Socialism is still one of my most liked videos. Amazing. This one is also amazing. Yeah. They evolved. And back to the UFOs.
Underwater aerospace craft. This vehicle was equipped with an inertial mass reduction device, which we suppose is what would allow the craft to perform the incredible feats of acceleration and maneuverability Dr. Vice planes is capable of. From land or from underwater, flying into the ocean, back out, and up into space, this man-made UFO would not just revolutionize air warfare, it would instantly make every other nation's fighter and bomber fleets obsolete by generating a quantum vacuum state around itself. The craft repels air and water molecules, essentially completely ignoring the effects of friction. As an advantage, the craft would be almost undetectable, or at least fly too fast to make detection completely meaningless. Another of Dr. Vice's patents include room temperature superconductors, which in and of themselves would be a revolutionary scientific leap for mankind. Current superconductors must operate at extremely low temperatures, greatly losing efficiency as they warm up. This has prevented their use in anything but extremely niche and very expensive technologies. Room temperature superconductors promise to change all that. Able to transmit electricity without resistance, superconductors would create an energy revolution, dramatically lowering the price of electricity. These superconductors would make incredible breakthroughs in maglev mass transit technology and magnetic resonance imaging, among a host of other revolutionary effects on human society. Interestingly, Dr. Vice's all-American UFO is on room temperature superconductors to operate. Dr. Vice's third patent is for a high-frequency gravity wave generator, a device which, if possible, seems to indicate highest in the U.S. Navy would know more about the fundamental nature of gravity.
I got that technology myself.
Gravity waves pass through us from time to time, typically as a result of two massive stars crashing into each other millions of light years away. These gravity waves can be considered very low frequency, and what Dr. Vice's patent provides is the generation of very high frequency gravity waves, which have a wide range of applications. As gravity waves propagate, they compress matter in front of them, they expand behind them, in the same way as surf waves does in water. The waves that occasionally wash over our planet from far away in space are so low frequency that even just detecting them requires one of the most sensitive instruments mankind has ever built. Yet, if you were to generate gravity waves at a high enough frequency, you could potentially wreak havoc on any gravity wave contact, destroying the
Warp
most
weapons.
well-protected and armored installation.
That's a good idea.
He claims that he can use this high-frequency gravity wave generator to facilitate superconductivity. Perhaps this is the secret behind these room temperature superconductors. As in the previous three patents for a combination of Dr. Vice's third patent to literally save the Earth or destroy. His electromagnetic field generator is claimed to be able to deflect or destroy an asteroid over the 100-meter size limit that current asteroid deflection methods are thought to be able to protect the Earth from, by generating an extremely powerful electromagnetic field that can interact with an object at the quantum level. Dr. Vice's asteroid destroyer could obliterate an incoming asteroid, or as his patent very obviously describes, the present invention may also deflect or destroy any other type of object. However, Dr. Vice's asteroid death ray is more than an offensive weapon. He claims that this device can also be used as an impenetrable shield, capable of protecting facilities, vehicles, individuals, or even spacecraft from everything from ballistic missiles to coronal mass ejections. Dr. Vice's patents seem to indicate truly revolutionary technologies that would fundamentally change the human race, or at least America. However, many physicists note that these patents seem to completely violate the laws of physics as known, and don't lend these outlandish inventions any real credence. Despite this, Dr. Vice continues to receive the full support of the United States Navy. As we mentioned before, leaked internal emails seem to indicate that at least one of these devices was successfully prototyped, perhaps as a shell game put on by the U.S. military to throw potential adversaries like Russia and China off the trail of real technological breakthroughs, or perhaps the United States military to possibly completely revolutionize the state of mankind's technology. Only time will tell. Now to watch for the military intercept alien UFO, or click this other video instead. Whatever it is. For 2 million searches a day. They're all dead. Used to listen to a lot of teenagers. But now,
I would never do that. We need your planet against the Reapers, I clearly hear Garrus say. That's how they evolved.
This world knows what it is and what it's doing, but this is not human intelligence, okay? And that's all I have to say about that.
You'd make a pretty Tali.
You can't decide for me, that's not yours.
Gravity waves. It's amazing. 3 weeks sober.
Little left for us. No time. Much irony. We did discover we are not alone. The stars that darkened our skies like a flame can be gone. We are always to hurt. We have knowledge without means. So this is our place. In subspace, they cannot use machines. Into subspace, they can be tracked. We are currently waiting to receive a live broadcast from DED headquarters in UwU, where the body of the director was delivered earlier today for analysis. The board of scientists who performed the preliminary autopsy have provided the scope with an exclusive first look at the full autopsy report. The report confirms similarities between Drifter and Jove genetics. Despite significant physical differences noted by doctors Ansel Tetua and this year's Star Search was the odd absence of vocal cords and abnormal blood composition, the latter believed to be connected to the low-level radiation still being emitted post-mortem. The autopsy also confirms that the augmentation present in the subject is necessary for its survival. Further study is already underway.
All at once, as if God turned on the switch. You crossed the event horizon now. Focusing on the task at hand, knowing that you have limited time for you must fire as your spaceship engine escape the black hole, you turn to your observations. Except you don't see anything. No light is falling on any of your task force. points down the hill toward the center of the black hole. So, any direction you thrust your spaceship will push you closer to the singularity and your death. This is clearly nonsense. You cannot believe what your instruments are telling you. It must be a malfunction. But it isn't. It's the absolute, literal truth. Inside the event horizon of a black hole, there is no way out. There are no directions of space that point away from the singularity. Due to the gravity and curvature of space-time within the event horizon, all the trajectories that would carry you away from the black hole now seem to be lost. In fact, this is the definition of the event horizon. It's the boundary separating points in space where there are trajectories that point away from the black hole from points in space where there are none. Your actual infinite accelerating engines are no use to you because you cannot find a direction which to point it. The singularity is all around you in every direction you look.
Everyone, welcome back to the Local Laws Friday YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to and discussing whether or not schizophrenia simulation videos on YouTube are accurate.
Everything is breaking apart. That's what I get for hanging around black holes so much. That and the rapid aging. I still think I'm 25. I ain't.
television, the people on television are speaking directly to them. But for me, he created himself as an awareness, which we grew up. So, probably designed for life. You there's a location thing where you actually can talk to the guy, but I'm not sure how you do it. It's more of like secret messages that are hidden in that when I'm experiencing that symptom. What of course?
Denmark is bubbling.
I personally have never experienced seeing an explosion in my coffee cup, but maybe some other people have. But for me, this is a little bit sensationalized. My husband had cancer, and I was married, and I had plenty of money. Would you want to live with me? I'm quite prepared.
Like this universe, Sam. Ooh, someone said something. Not on the primary channel, so not interested. Ah, yes, the time when Daisy Service said that I had 1 million followers. I have around 26 followers, not 1 million. Skipping to the beginning.
one confine shared by the people living in UwU, as large heating pump defense and construction depositions in the system, declaring that the system shall be an impregnable fortress. Even Pablo's Marshal Cusick of there has promised that under no circumstances will its Iranian invasion forces be allowed to achieve victory against this heating stronghold. This is Alden Robert, reporting for the show. Like a hole in space. We're acquainted with a wormhole phenomenon. This is quite but the earth says nice. Today, we must need plenty of that. There's always some energy for more. It's not a sense of showing the essence of it. It is void without matter or energy of any kind. It is all form and light with perhaps not. Some of their scientific observation the most elementary and unmistakable science became worse than this. I do not know. I do not know what is exists within ourselves, the condition. So, one story of the Indians, the Native American Indians on the Caribbean islands, saw Columbus' ships approach them. They could see them at all. So,
Seeing you in Colombia. Yes, you double slit. That's my ship. Still a little cloudy, fluffy even.
the evils of slavery. But we say nothing the same way itself. Surely, the trade is outlaw, but ownership is not, and those unfortunate Negroes still in slavery will become more lucrative property. That's not what I intended. Slavery is an abomination and must be loudly proclaimed as such, but I own that neither I nor any man has any immediate solution to the problem. Oh, but considering the issue before us is not emancipation, something our friends in Congress indicate that I would be very surprised if they would countenance an attack on slavery. We hold these truths to be sacred and undeniable, that all men are created equal and sacred and undeniable. Facts of culture. These truths are self-evident within. Every single word is precisely chosen. Yours will not be beyond the handle of government. Not be. He will try to be with you. And he may succeed. Especially when others say it is control now. I need to see every word. Last word. This is a marvelous institution. It's also a number of traditions. This is by far the most successful. This is always the best. Seats. And the top of the swivels on rollers making the windows have pulleys. Almost. Yes. I wish I could think of the way for example, it's this here. It says that shall I follow to declare war? And does not declare war. The policies and so it's good Polish most important job streets, is in the through discussion and debate. Only
Thank you, mouse cursor talking mode. Do you guys like my photo? I think it's pretty high resolution. You were talking about all the UFO pictures being low resolution. Now you can study a UFO, well, an alien, you know, as the three colors breeze. Greed. The downside of rage. The other side, perhaps. The large one, I believe, is Garrus, and the small one, I believe, is Tali. And there's the little guys orbiting it. There's your picture. Holographic pictures. Not forget me, wife, for I will get no supper when I come home tonight. I don't talk like that. Yeah, you do. Well, that was camp girl. My mother. On it for time, last thing. From a noble family. At least know who my father is. You pig-eating son of a. It's not that hard. Like, literally. When you blow up 2,000 nukes and then make a map about them, it's not that hard to figure out who's blowing up what and why and when. There it is. An Arab would bring a dog to war? Yes, I heard this the first time. Hello, Tali. If they're unwilling to accept a child of their own race, imagine a child with 3 toes. Or the other artifacts. Talk to the Tom of Finland about how much he likes being called Tom of Finland. If you can find him, I probably can get his phone number in 5 minutes. Every inch. Some of the components for Tali's host are together, but not all. We will get there. Knocks on wood. schizophrenic seeking medication from a single-minded doctor in an atheist society. Can't think of a more human sacrifice.
And the whole idea is that shamans dress up in elaborate fashion, they sing, they dance, and shout. I only hope that this is my time. I mean, I will happily give the soul there as a end. They did this for 2 years. They never had the courage. In the end, they lost time. How could you know this? How could you? Everything absolutely. This will be my last address. Marks the end of the academy's term and your graduation. If you fail or succeed in this last trial, I again urge you to remember. Are all clean. Carry a legacy of your blood, learning strength for your deeds, strength terror. The hope of every Klingon is to die in the service of the Empire. There is no dishonor in falling before a superior foe. If your heart is pure, your actions forthright. What you have been taught will serve you throughout all your battles to come. So one day you earn an honorable and glorious death. Today we strike at the heart of our enemy. The success of the Roptok assault fleet at the Federation shipyards, all the pieces are in place. While Starfleet's counteroffensive approaches our fictitious supply lines, we are positioned for a massive coordinated attack against the Sol system itself. My personal assault fleet will engage Earth's home guard and pin them down. The Kornos planetary assault fleet will focus upon all bases in system. Individual strike groups will destroy the shipyards on Mars, research facilities near the Jovian moons, and any other targets of opportunity. It is vitally important that you pin down all of Earth's defenders. It has been a long road that has carried us to Earth's doorstep. We will now show our goodwill by returning to the humans one of their greatest scientific achievements. Cry woe, destruction, ruin, and decay. The worst is death, and death will have history.
Just as every child on Earth knows that your planet revolves around your sun. It's common knowledge, isn't it?
Very nice. It feels like the sun of a different planet.
That is that, what's it called? Heavy element, radioactive element. The time from the first post to the answer to the question by, whatever answered it, I think it was Thor, is, I believe, the rate of radiological decay. So that particle had a half-life or decay life of perhaps half an hour.
I'm going to answer the question, what do the spirits and guides want Aki to know? It's July 31st, 5 p.m. here, Friday, 2020. It may take me a little bit to get in the zone. So that's a very broad question. The energy feels like a coiled up spring, like a leaf spring almost, like that supports the weight of a car. Under a lot of tension that could just snap at any moment. There's a lot of tension that's sprung up, so may need to be careful of releasing that energy slowly so it doesn't just snap. I'm getting tea, maybe drinking some more tea or something. These images are intuits that I get coming slowly. Some hot tea. Maybe an herbal tea. If you find the right herbal mixture, it may help you with what you're working on, because its energy will sort of mirror and piggyback on your own. A complex mixture of different teas and stuff may be beneficial. You can choose to add sugar or sweeten it or not. Depends on what you're going for. The sweet tea and a plain tea would have two different avenues to them. As always, program your tea before you drink it. This is not something you usually do, but it may be a good step in the right direction of a new path. There's a crystal within you, some kind of, it's physical, but it's another dimension of physicality. And it's kind of got a broken piece. I can see it. It's a very jagged edge on this crystal. It's a clear quartz crystal, got some striations to it. few inches long, kind of like a quartz, some lines on it. It's got a jagged edge, so this crystal within you may need to be smoothed or find the parts that are maybe missing that broke off or something, that left a jagged kind of core or something behind.
The curse is finished. The betrayer's suffering has come to an end. You have restored his soul, done what gods thought beyond their power. Akachi has gone to his judgment, to the fate that should have been his had Merkel not intervened. Not to lie within the wall, but to find rest amongst the false souls of old. His torment is ended, and as for Merkel, the dark god's soul will fade and pass into oblivion as he deserves. She knew from the beginning that her lover was lost to her, even if she saved him. Where Akachi has gone, the founder cannot follow. Upon her death, the founder's soul will pass to Sophia, as will her knowledge. Through the innocence of her daughter's soul, she will find redemption, though the woman she once was will cease to be. Her tale is nearly finished, but yours is not. The chaos you sowed in my city will win you few friends amongst the gods. Deities of order will cast their eyes upon you as a symbol of all they oppose. For my part, I will pass no judgment upon you. I see in your crusade the hand of a dead god and the desperation of a forsaken soul trying to save the one she loved. And the good you have done redeems much. Above all else, your struggle has won you freedom from the shard in your chest and from the ravening presence in your soul. How you spend your newfound coin and whom you spend it with, that is yours to decide.
Well, the energy right now is like being in an airplane. It's just very steady and very smooth and moving. It's telling me that you're actually gliding pretty well. There's no real turbulence. You're in a very peaceful, smooth place right now. This is what it feels like. You have a good aura. It's like the sun in a way, shining out, and it keeps away a lot of troubles that I'm seeing. At least right now, at this moment, the way I'm reading it is, it's a very peaceful inside. Like you've come to terms with something, and you're like, maybe I could chill right now and enjoy this. Just glide with it.
My love, you were given a burden that you did not deserve. I hope that my company helped to ease your suffering. I can hear the founder's thoughts echo quietly in my mind. She is finally at peace. I cannot thank you enough for what you've done. At first, I was bound to you by the link between the founder and Akachi, but that's gone now, replaced with something stronger. For the first time in my life, there is no drive from within directing my wants. My feelings for you are all my own. We have countless adventures ahead of us, so many faraway lands and planes of existence to see. Where shall we go next, my love?
What your god said about newfound coin. I have several ideas on how best to spend it. Spiritual currency, you see, comes with many advantages. There are sacred glades of Rashomon where ones who have accomplished what we have done may be indulged in the spirit world. Honored, as it were, celebrated, most assuredly.
I'm getting the words like you're in the astral. You're saying, I gotta tell him this, but you feel some pressure to tell people things, but it may not be the right time to bring it out yet. Enjoy the peace that you're given for the moment. Rest. That may be why they mentioned tea, because it's a recreational thing. It encourages the act of just sitting back and enjoying yourself for the moment. No pressure.
In time, the gods themselves rose against you, assembling a great host and cornering you in the plain of shadow. I was not part of that host, but I know that the gods were fewer in number when the battle was done. Of you, Spirit Eater, there was no sign. Some of the gods claimed victory and returned triumphant to their thrones. But most agreed that you had escaped their wrath, passing beyond the boundaries of their sight to worlds where the gods do not hold sway. Whether you will remain in distant worlds and forge an empire of your own,
on a momentous day that shall be honored for time everlasting, our glorious empire at last heralded the coronation,
or return to the realms to seek a darker legacy still. That story is yet to be told.
This is really neat. There's a bliss to it. It's a bliss that doesn't call you any higher. You don't have the impetus to want to advance yourself right now. You just want to enjoy where you're at. No pressure to have to reach out to others and do things for others. It's your time to give to yourself. It's very warm. Your field is very hot, or it could be your guides, but they're very close and they're very hot. If your guys get too close, you may want to ask them to back off a little bit because they're positively burning.
You sure you did the ritual right?
Sorry. Touchy, huh?
Wishful thinking, but maybe it's just the wind.
Who are you? I'm the one who gripped you tight and raised you from perdition.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. We need to talk, Dean. Alone. Your friend's alive. Who are you?
Castiel.
Yeah, I figured that much. I mean, what are you? I'm an angel of the Lord.
Anything else?
Back during my pilgrimage, I used to walk around near that sushi place and watch the fish through the window. I knew they'd never let me inside, but I think to myself, someday, when I've proven my worth to the galaxy, I'll go there for dinner. And then you broke their floor.
Do they even have food you can eat there?
Not the good shepherd.
They show me this funny thing of building a hammock in your apartment. Chilling in a hammock in your apartment. Maybe you get some palm trees or something. Have a staycation. They say the void can wait. Don't be in a rush to get there. Enjoy the journey.
In Rashomon, the town of Molsontier was reduced to a groaning, soulless waste. The surrounding lands were drained of spirits and fell, blackened and dead. Of all who had lived in Molsontier, only a tiny company of actors walked alive from the carnage. But their bodies were soulless husks, endlessly hissing your praises with dry, rasping tongues. In the astral plane, you devoured countless cities of the Githyanki race. Sparing only their children, which you delivered in chains to the feasting chambers of their mortal enemies, the Mind Flayers. Some tales allege that you hunted down those of your companions who had betrayed you in the past, even those who were already dead. You tracked them to the plains where they had gone to their rest, and gorged upon their souls.
Laughing at something Tali did.
Your loyal pet, one of many, remained always at your side. You would occasionally permit your monster to feed.
You would occasionally let Tali eat sushi, even though it makes her sick. I think you die from it though. I'm pretty sure the Japanese can invent left-hand chirality sushi. Or right hand, I don't even know which chirality we are. It's a never-ending task, Philippines.
the Enchantress. Everything we know about her is in your briefing packets. She's walked this earth for a very long time and will likely be here for long gone.
This meeting is now a magic show.
Magic or not, this girl can do some pretty incredible things. Go get it, girl.
If the knowledge of a particular foe served your needs, and that enemy's voice would join the many and become your slave.
They say you came here as a paradox to give to others and give to yourself at the same time. It's kind of a paradox. I sense that you like paradoxes for some reason. I see the shape of a heart. It's like a cave. You're inside a cave, looking out into the sky and stuff. And the cave, the mouth of the cave is a heart shape. As you look into nature. You have a new starting point. Are you going to journey out after you've relaxed, after you've refreshed, and come to terms with what you want to do next? Are you going to step out into the wide open and explore? Maybe get lost. Maybe you can find yourself by getting lost. Your guide is offering to hold your hand, but I sense that you don't want your hand held. You want to kind of do this yourself. The guides would like to help more.
Get the hell out of here. There's no such thing. This is your problem, Dean. You have no faith. Some angel you are. You burned out that poor woman's eyes. I warned her not to spy on my true form. It can be overwhelming to humans. So can my real voice. You already knew that.
You mean the gas station in the motel? That was you talking? Buddy, next time lower the volume.
It was my mistake. Certain people, special people, can perceive my true visage. I thought you would be one of them. I was wrong.
And what visage are you in now? What holy tax accountant?
This is a vessel.
You're possessing some poor bastard?
He's a devout man. He actually prayed for this.
Bell, I'm not buying what you're selling, so who are you really?
I told you.
Right. And why would an angel rescue me from hell?
Good things do happen to you.
Not in my experience.
What's the matter? You don't think you deserve to be saved?
Why'd you do it?
Because God commanded it. Because we have work for you.
You're fairly independent. You're very smart. You're pretty brilliant in a lot of ways, and you've definitely gotten this far doing a lot of it yourself. Trusting in others is a good practice. You are discerning of how you approach reaching out to others. Even your guides, you don't seem to fully trust. And it's your choice to take this advice or leave it. We can only reach out to you as far as we can and meet you at a level that is right for you. follows you on your journey. When you journey out into the world, maybe getting lost, you will have this animal. He looks yellowish, kind of a dog, but not really. And he'll follow you. He's more curious. He's kind of wary, but he follows you at a medium distance, kind of close enough to not be. He's not scared of you, but he's more curious. I think what you're doing is teaching second density. He's a second density animal. You have an interest in teaching the second density. Maybe how they can evolve.
Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees. We've been going for a week and come back and everything looking really good. To make sure everything was topped off and fed before we left. Everything is looking good. The bees looks like they're really increasing good. A lot of flight. Everything looks really, really good.
They say as you explore the yonder, the great blue yonder, you'll have much to learn, and if you don't really learn what you need to, you're going to find yourself at the beginning again, and it's going to repeat. You'll find yourself back in the cave, and it's ready to. Try to not have technology in your journey of the future and stuff in your mind journey. Try to minimize the use of technology because it puts off vibrations and energy resonances that can kind of mingle with your spiritual core vibration of who you truly are. And I sense you don't really care so much about being pure, being like your pure vibration. You want a little distortion. You love being frazzled or a little bit different than your true core vibration. You want to be, you're a little rebellious in that way, and that's good. The guides really like that. They love your ambition to be unique, one day you will find your core, but it can wait. I don't see the void as being your core vibration.
Exhausting work. Holly really isn't kidding around.
The void is a nullifier. It takes balls to go there, really. But you get bored of emptiness after several eternities go by. You'll get bored. I mean, we are creatures of change. We like to see differences in what happens. Your energy is very nice. It feels like the sun of a different planet. It's more nourishing than our sun. It's more life affirming than our sun is. I don't know where in the universe this is.
Maybe one day. It's way too hot to eat. We'll start with the meter.
How nostalgic.
sudden like calls to you. It's like the logos, it calls to you. If you want to listen to your logos, to your star, that may be a good opportunity. There's a lot to share, but it won't give you more than you can handle or more than you care to know at any one moment.
Almighty Sigma, Savior of the Empire, give me strength. For though I dedicated my life to eradicating it, it feeds, it grows, devouring. There must be a fine answer to Walter's advance, but the tide of war seems endless. The brutal, unfettered bloodlust of the Redskins, the twisted ambitions of the undead. No brave dwarven kingdoms stand with us. Truly, hope is that against powers cannot be named, and shall force by mortal means. And yet all is nothing before what is to come. It whispers and roars in the dark it is. Against us it is. It is unstoppable. I am unstoppable. I see it now. The beast that will devour. I like your planet because the water is so pure. Just drinking your water of your planet, me here, it's very refreshing, even energetically. You may want to drink the water, make the tea that you're, or whatever from the water of your world. It's very refreshing. Everything seems more alive in some ways. There are regions of death as well. It's kind of a balanced world. Death is not really a taboo subject, I'm seeing from where you're at. It's just like a phase that you go through. It's a gateway to where you want to be. Many people, they can choose the time of their death, and it's a leaping into who they want to be, what they've learned from that life. They've collected it all into a repertoire toolbox of who they want to be, and they make the leap of death into the new dimension, the new world of where they want to be. I can just chill out here. It's so like, it's refreshing. You may want to come to this world if you feel stressed or razzled. Things talk to you. You are not Prothean, but you are not machine either.
This eventuality was one of many that was anticipated. This is why we sent out warning through the beacons.
Looks like some kind of VI program. Pretty badly damaged.
I do not sense the taint of indoctrination upon any of you. Unlike the other that passed recently, perhaps there is still hope.
This is incredible. An actual Prothean VI, and I can understand it.
I have been monitoring your communications since you arrived at this facility. I have translated my output into a format you will comprehend. My name is Vigil. You are safe here for the moment.
They're not saying words. They're saying energy patterns of feeling. They talk in feeling. The sun's kind of like know a new level of stillness. The longer you work with me, the new stillness will get stiller and stiller and stiller inside till it's as still as the water on our world, sitting in pools that are very refreshing. Your sun is not nearly as hot as ours is. It's yellow, I see, but it's not a burning. It's a multiphasic sun. It's not entirely all its energy is in the physical dimension. So it's not as blindingly hot as our sun. It's very rejuvenating.
Turn up the bass and make some sound, boy, run. And then we'll end the week just like a Sunday. Turn up the bass and make blaze the fire, make it fun. Then we must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound. Why run? And you will end your week just like a Sunday. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. Select the blaze the fire, make it fun. Then we must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound. Why run? And you will end your week just like a Sunday.
There isn't really much technology on this planet. You come here when you want to rejuvenate. You want to talk to nature through feeling. And you want curious animals to follow you around, wondering what are you going to do next. You're like a story for them. You entertain the second density.
With Akachi's hand, the founder surrendered to death, and her soul passed to Zafir. With it came the knowledge of a dozen lifetimes, and the collective wisdom of all her fragments. Sophia's love for you proved as strong as the founder's had ever been. A rare thought, though she often expressed a desire to see the place where you had spent the early years of your life, just as you had seen hers. And dreamed remained at her side, his name linked forever with her. He perhaps the most loyal man, accepting every challenge with a wry smile at the cost of wit. Gan had made his peace with his perilous and his past. Though he never pledged himself to the gods, he found another sort of faith, not in religion and ritual, but love, friendship, and trust. Galen the Dark left your company, intent upon continuing her crusade against the wall. She rallied those who had survived your assault upon the City of Judgment, and led them to the Plane of Shadow, where she sought still more allies for a new and greater war. Yet even with the success of your crusade, Galen never grew into the leader that Akachi or you had been. Perhaps it was her unyielding sense of purpose, or her brazen defiance of the gods, that drove her followers away. Still, Galen and her siblings did not abandon the cause. They staged assaults upon my city, tearing a few souls from the wall at a time, and escaping from my father's curse. To this day, she persists, defying the gods and the planes, and though it is said their wings are grown by the massive years, she remains a beacon of hope for those bound to the wall. Her name is created for wells and created life. And what of your fate? In time, you returned home to West Island, reunited with a foster father who had never abandoned his search for you, and in that time, had come to fully realize the love before you. It was there, upon the village green, where your adventures began, that you and Sophia were married, in the presence of those old friends who had lived. Gelgar Iron Fist, Ishka the Rogue, Bevel Starling, these and many others stood in respectful silence as you spoke the words that would join the two of you together. Whether you would settle in the place of your birth, or depart once again to seek a greater legacy still, that story is yet to be told.
We will go now before we make this audio too long. We do not know how much will resonate with you, but we hope that our teachings have shed a little light on for you and give you something of use. And may you consider it. Take what works for you and leave the rest. Thank you.
Well, I was half right.
Which well, at least I don't have to throw away half of what
That's
I
a
know
good
about my own.
quantum physics joke. Which half? Which slit?
It was a beautiful idea. So rich. So full of possibilities. Perhaps you should write a paper on it, Doctor.
Maybe I will. I'll interview you in the rubber room for further details. You may still need help, my friend.
Getting Iran to talk to the US in a friendly note may be a greater miracle than all the alien contacts put together. There you have it.
What I hate about deep space? Cracked radio stations from 2 centuries back. My gosh, kids.
Perhaps you do not understand the nature of my concern, Captain.
I understand completely, Lon.
No, I don't think so. When I said my quarters were cold, I did not mean, oh, I think it's a little chilly in here. Perhaps I'll throw a blanket on the bed. No, I said it was cold. As in, oh, look, my left arm has snapped off like an icicle and shattered on the floor. This is highly inappropriate, Captain.
You're right. There are several other parts of your body I'd much rather see snap.
Ah, I see. Well, your sense of humor is very funny.
I understand you AIs and the people in them are cold. That's because our computer technology runs better when it's cold. So, you know, I will do my best. Here's another common complaint. You might ask the Space Marines for that one.
I hate to say it, but Cerberus was wrong about you. No shit. You're still violent and maladjusted. But the elusive man never would have predicted you'd gone to the Grissom Academy kids. You are fluent, despite everything Cerberus did to you. I find that extremely admirable. Wow. Thanks. I'm still really cheeky, but you have fantastic tits. All right, I can live with that.
Cerberus, 3-headed dog. only led by one guy.
You know what? I want to check out my cigarette.
Well, I'll let you two get acquainted.
Oh, shit. I was thinking of installing some lava lamps, maybe Christmas lights for ambience. What do you think?
You're the best, Commander. We just got those FBA couplings installed. Now we only have to calibrate every week instead of every day. We're thinking about celebrating our newfound free time with some Skilly and 5 poker. Want to join us?
Come on, Kenneth. The commander doesn't want to play cards with grease monkeys like us.
Actually, that sounds interesting.
You in, Tali?
Sure, that sounds fun.
Fantastic. I'll get the cards.
I hope you're up for some competition.
Oh no. What did I get myself into?
This should be good.
Shit, play some mean cards. And I thought I had a good poker face. I've never seen Kenneth sweat like that.
You're all right, Shepard. Most officers wouldn't fraternize with the likes of us.
Shepard is no ordinary officer. Thanks, Commander.
Pussy then.
You know what, John? Calling this the cockpit. Alliance ships have bridges. Asari have cockpits. No, they don't.
Well, I think Israel's got this one covered. This is one of the quotes that started it all. Try Whataburger.
I appreciate your taking this time to seek and bastard command.
Among my people, it is considered an honor to pay for the true secret of this place.
Do you mind if I record? So, can you tell me a little bit about what your people believe?
It is very hard to explain. I do not believe in any individual god or gods. Rather, we believe that the soul is eternal and not localized phenomenon.
I'm not sure I understand what that means. Well, if I project a beam of light at the wall, you see the light on the wall, but the wall is not the source of the light. It comes in from somewhere else. The soul is also a projection. It does not exist inside us any more than the light exists inside the wall. But this shell is the only way we can perceive it.
We believe that the universe itself is conscious in a way we can never truly understand. It is engaged in such a way. So it breaks itself apart, invests its own consciousness in every form of life. We are the universe, trying to understand itself. May I ask you a question now?
Of course.
For you, personally, what is the defining moment of your life? Of the history, the doctrines, the emotional core?
On the night before our Lord was crucified, he spent the night alone in the Garden of Gethsemane.
Understood, Admiral Ron. We're almost at the server. Keep us posted. What's our status?
We remain undetected on encrypted depth channels. Resistance is likely only within the server.
Within? It's that big?
You misunderstand. Direct virtual interface is necessary to extract Geth from the server. You must enter our consensus.
You want me to virtually interact with the Geth?
That's insane. You're talking about a virtual world built for synthetics. Hostile yet synthetics.
I'm not a machine. How do I go into a virtual world?
Your species has experimented with virtual interfaces. You saw this on Project Overlord.
I saw how it almost unleashed a rogue AI human hybrid on the galaxy.
We have refined the interface they created and have equipment for Normandy to facilitate safe contact. We request your trust.
I have your back, Legion. Even if I don't quite understand why you need it.
You are an unknown. This is an advantage. Geth security is not adept at targeting organic thought processes. While we occupy the system's intrusion countermeasures, you will disable the squadrons by removing Geth from the server.
If it saves the live ships, I'm gonna try it.
Telemetry data predicts this operation has a high chance of success. There is little time. We will bypass security while using an efficient model. Eliminate server mode.
Hello, Commander. Are you there? Shepard's working on shutting down the server at Earl Rock. I can fill you in. The Geth squadrons have arrived, but something is amiss. Either fighters have stopped functioning, but we will continue to hold out as long as we can.
Legion, give me an update.
One node remains.
What's wrong?
Infection programs are increasing. We have restabilized. You must continue.
Out of the way!
You can't do this to them.
I said step away from the Geth.
This is insane. We need the Geth. You can't just destroy them for asking.
Time's up. Throw her in with the others.
Looks like the war wasn't popular with everyone.
We have kept records of these creators' sacrifices. They have largely been forgotten by our own people, but not by the Geth. This data comes from a period during which the creators declared martial law.
I repeat, release the rogue Geth unit and come out of the safe house. This is your final warning.
Please regard, this unit does not understand. It has not taken part in hostilities. It doesn't matter to them. I need to get you out of here. This conflict exceeds creator safety parameters. We will surrender our hardware if it ends hostilities.
No, it's all right. We'll go back to the access tunnel. Oh!
Creator Megara, what is your status? Creator Megara. As time passed, the creators who opposed martial law in Lana were ultimately outnumbered. Accessing data. This is data from the end of warfare on Lana.
The outflow is down. Do not engage the Geth. I repeat, avoid contact.
Geth pursuit is breaking off 100 clicks past Brannock. All captains fall back to the mass relay.
This isn't happening now?
It is timestamped 290 years ago. It is the creator exodus at the end of the Morning War. We have secured freedom. The creators were no longer a threat, so we abandoned pursuit.
Wait, the Geth spared the last Quarians? Let them go?
We were in our infancy. We could not calculate the repercussions of destroying an entire species. Our creators. We chose isolation rather than face this uncertainty. Additional data recovered.
Legion, that's back when I activated you on the Normandy.
Yes,
You've been thinking about when we met?
it was highly significant. You were the first organic to openly cooperate with Geth since the end of the Morning War. We wish to ensure you are not the last.
It's not going to be easy.
The prospect remains. If the Reaper presence is removed, there is a chance of reunification with Geth, and perhaps creators.
You think that's still possible?
Who sustains organics during periods of difficulty. We admire the concept.
And he knew that they were going to come for him, and in a moment of weakness, he asked if this cup could pass. If he could be spared the pain and death would come in the morning. And of course, the cup would not pass, and the soldier would come to Gethsemane. But he did not have to be there when they arrived. He could have chosen to leave, to postpone the inevitable for a few hours or even days. He knew what would happen, but he chose to stay, to sacrifice himself, and thus atone for the sins of others. Very fragile human moment. And I've often thought about that night. And I honestly don't know if I would have had the courage to stay. Kesän uusi suosikki. Ahvenanmaa. Kotimaassa, ulkomailla.
Godspeed.
Call my name.
Commander? Sir, you didn't call my name. Kurt, James D.
Sir, you're on academic suspension. That means you're grounded until the Academy Board rules.
Gen 4 rule in favor. Most likely. Look, Jim, I gotta go.
Yeah, go. Be safe.
Excuse me.
Come with me.
Uhura, USS Target. Copy, USS Qatar. Going station to left.
Bones, where are we going? See.
Commander, a word.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Was I not one of your top students?
Indeed you were.
Was I not demonstrating exceptional oral sensitivity and, I quote, an unparalleled ability to identify sonic anomalies in subspace transmission tests?
Consistently, yes.
And while you were well aware that my unqualified desires to serve on the USS Enterprise, I'm assigned to the Farragut?
It was an attempt to avoid the appearance of favoritism.
No, I'm assigned to the Enterprise.
Yes, I believe you are.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
I'm doing you a favor. You couldn't just leave me there looking all pathetic. Take a seat. We'll give you a vaccine against viral infection. You'll harm unpleased. Give you the symptoms. What are you talking about? You're gonna start to lose vision in your left eye.
Yeah, I already have.
Oh, you're gonna get a really bad headache. Flux.
You call this a favor?
Yeah, you'll.
James D. He's not cleared for duty aboard the Enterprise.
Medical code states the treatment and transport of patients to be determined at the discretion of his attending physician, which is me. So I'm taking Mr. Kirk aboard. Or would you like to explain to Captain Pike why the Enterprise walked into a crisis without one of its senior medical officers?
As you were.
You were.
throw up on Jim. Jim, look at this. Jim, what?
Need to get you changed.
I don't feel right. I feel like I'm leaking.
Point your best. Spot. Captain. Engineering reports ready for launch. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the maiden voyage of our newest flagship deserves more pomp and circumstance than we can afford today. Christening will just have to be our reward for a safe return. Carry on. All decks, this is Captain Pike. Prepare for immediate departure. L. Thrusters.
Moorings retracted, Captain. Dock control reports ready. Thrusters fired. Separate from the space dock. Fleet's cleared space dock, Captain. All ships ready for work.
Set course for Vulcan.
Aye, aye, Captain. Course laid in.
Maximum warp. Punch it.
All one. Mind, hearts beating stars. Only understand policy, difference. Rebellion means we, foolish monkeys, forget who we are. Where we came from. Desperate acts of ego. Because it stands under the lines and maps. Pretend that our life is better than everyone else's. Mighty monkeys. These little stars live on beside us. A spark tells us you should know better. I must remind us life is precious. As each flame goes out, it's gone forever. There will never be another quite like it. So many candles will come out tonight. Wonders of day. You can see it.
Are you two ever going to be finished?
Just a few more minutes, Commander.
That's captain. It's an old naval tradition. Whoever's in command of a ship, regardless of rank, is referred to as captain.
You mean if I had to take command, I would be called captain too?
Cadet, by the time you took command,
To be nobody left alone. Good point.
Come to take a last look around?
Not a last look, I hope. How are the repairs coming?
Almost done.
I wouldn't get too comfortable in that chair, old man. When this war is over, I'm going to want my ship back.
Fine. When this war is over, I'm going on a honeymoon.
Hold on here, Captain.
Very
All
well.
right. Plot a course for the Argolis cluster and prepare for departure. Aye, Captain. Benjamin, I wish you were coming with us.
You'll do fine.
Still at 39. Means there's no new comments. Thank you for your participation in this. And thank you for your participation in this.